Denmark here. Hooray! Get to do a little shake of the pom-poms. It's the start of a new week, which for me means the start of a new Flylady Zone. Remember, we're just working through the zones, and that keeps us from getting stuck in a rut and stuck in one place. Let me just put my pom-poms down. I'm going to be working here today for the golden 15 minutes. You may have seen one of my Flylady timers bit the dust and that went out yesterday during our 40-day declutter challenge. Remember, we're still going with that. There's a playlist up there for decluttering. Anyway, as usual, you will see me working here, and hopefully you'll be working along with me. That's what I really want you to do. Do it sit there. Do something with me. I film in real time, so you know I'm not doing that kind of thing. The reason that I film in real time is to show you, like, this is what I do in my house every week. You do not need to be doing 5 Flylady missions. Remember, you can always go and find the missions on flylady.net if you don't know where to start. You don't need to be doing the same as me. Remember, I printed out the Flylady cleaning lists, and I've shown you these before. Here's one for Zone 2, which is the kitchen. Remember, the month is 5 weeks, and we are here, so it's Zone 2, Week 2. That's a wee note for myself. And you can see here, you can print it off and add your own things. And what I've already done a bit of work in here today, because today is Monday. That's when I do my weekly home blessing hour. So I vacuumed for 5 minutes, and I've also done mopping with that Scoosh Scoosh mop. Remember, I showed you last week. You saw me doing my weekly home blessing. Let me just grab it, because it's been such good fun. And I've actually almost been using it every day after, after we finish dinner. So I didn't need to get the bucket and the mop from downstairs in the basement. I just used this one today, and it looks great. So I've done, I've vacuumed in here, and I have mopped. And I've got my list here to keep me right of what I want to do. So anyway, I'm going to start the timer and get started and move you back a bit. And let's just get moving. Let's get something done here. Okay, just hold on, move you back. Right, timer's going, and I'm putting on my pinny today. Usually I don't change clothes to clean because I'm only doing it for 15 minutes. I mean, I'm not spending the whole day, but if you feel that you kind of get really hot and sweaty, I mean, feel free to do that. The main thing is that you are at least got some indoor shoes on, so you're not standing or anything or having any accidents. Right, what I'm going to start with is I'm going to do the windows in here, and as usual, here we go again with this Scoosh Scoosh. Remember, I do the windows by zone, and we're in this zone, so that's what I'm going to do. Scoosh Scoosh. Okay, that's one. I'm going to do this one, but I'll just stop filming because I have climbed up here before and I got some very weird comments. So I'm not going to show you me kind of climbing up there with my bahookie. So let me just do it and I'll come back down again. Okay, I'm back down. And now I'm going to go behind you. I'm behind you. And I'm going to do the door. We've got a glass door that goes out to the garden. I'm doing that one as well. And maybe you have a window, not a window, a mirror in your kitchen. You know, anything that's kind of glass or shiny, you can do that when you're doing your 10 minutes of doing the windows and doors. Right, that's that one done. And as I said, I've got a wee mirror on the end of the fridge. I'll do that too. Scoosh, scoosh. Okay, that's me done with my scoosh, scoosh. At least with that stuff. cloth in there, and I'll check my list, making a list and check it twice. Right, I won't do that right now, but I've told you before, whenever we're in the kitchen zone, I use some citric acid and I fill up the coffee machine and the kettle and the dishwasher. But I've made a note to myself, I'm going to do that just before I've got appointments in town today, and I'll start that before I go into town. And the other thing that I do, which always makes me feel like I've done tons without any work really at all, is taking out these filters from the extractor fan. Now my one's got the dishwasher, you may need to give yours a scrub. And you know, they don't need done that often, but mine are really simple. They just go in the dishwasher and then they come out and go back up. So I do those once a month. And I did mine yesterday, but you can also, you know, maybe make a note to fill up the salt and the rinse aid in your dishwasher. Mine is done, so go me. Right, let me keep going with my list. Okay, so I've done the ceilings, I've vacuumed in here and I've mopped already. Done the windows and the mirror and the door. Look at that, and I've only spent a couple of minutes. Right, next today I'm going to do the skirting boards, the baseboards. I'll tell you what, I'll just use this rag that I had. It's got a wee drop of the cleaning product left in it. I'll just give it a rinse out. And sometimes I use baby wipes and just, you know, 2 baby wipes and then put them straight in the bin if it's really, really grotty. But actually today they're all right. So I'm just going to go around, and I go around the room clockwise so I don't forget how far I've got. And if you see any wee marks on the wall when you're going around, you can get those too. There we are. And again, I'm not using any product, just a damp Flylady cloth. And most of our baseboards, they're actually pieces of tile which have been cut that matches the tiled flooring. And we have underfloor heating in here, so it's really nice and toasty warm today. Freezing outside. Right, I'm continuing, I'm behind you again. Oh, and when I'm doing those, I'm also, I've got some light switches and electronic, you know, electrical plates, so I'm just wiping those down as well at the same time. And if you have a lot of people ill in the house, you probably want to go in and wipe down all the light switches and the plates. Remember, don't make it a really, really wet cloth. We don't want to be starting a fire here. And I hope you're all kind of healthy where you are. Luckily, we haven't been ill, and I never get ill. I think it's the winter bathing, you know, that shock to the system every day that keeps me afloat. But I can't remember the last time I was ill. Right, here we are, electrical plate here, and then back down to skirting boards. Oh, there's a wee mark there. Right. Okay, so that is me done with the baseboards. And next, what should I do? Yeah, as I've also said to you before 100 times, I work by zone also for, you know, making my errandy list. So is there anything that you maybe need to add to your MD list? You know, I do mine on a Thursday, you saw that last week, but maybe you do yours on a Saturday. Is there anything that you need for the kitchen zone, like washing up liquid, maybe supplies of kitchen roll, you know, kitchen paper? What else have I written down here? Oh yeah, dishwasher tabs, coffee. So we're all right for that, so I don't need to stock up with anything. Right, oh, and I know what I was going to do. Brought it up with me now, because I get an awful lot of questions about, you know, countertops, and I'm going to do that today. And this is the good thing about having your list, that you can work through your list. And it's not a job that I need to do all the time, but I do it occasionally, which is sanding down the countertops and putting a wee spot of oil on it. And I just use, it's a basic linseed oil that I get from IKEA, because it's okay for food preparation. You know, it's not a kind of toxic thing, and you can use it for chopping boards, which is what I'm going to use it for. So all I do, let's see, oh yeah, we've got 5 minutes left. I can easily do the table. I'm going to do the table today because I'm out tonight with my friend Catherine. We're going to a concert. My friend Catherine from New Zealand, North Island, I think, yeah. And the family will have their dinner next door in the dining room. So I thought this is a good chance to get the table done in here. And I just do one thing at a time. I do a table, or I do the countertops. I'll maybe also do the chopping board today. And I'm not getting out the big sander. I'll show you just now. All I do is I take my wee block of sandpaper, give it a quick sand, I dust off with an old cloth to get any of the dust bits, and then a brush dipped in the oil, and then, you know, not too much of it, but anyway, let me just get started. Right, that's one side. Two. And just turn around the paper. Right, bring that up. This part. Right. You see that? Now, I'm not going all the way down. I don't need to do that. I'm just doing the very top of it. Give that a wee dust off. And it only takes a couple of minutes, and you don't, please don't start doing the whole kitchen at once, because then you feel like, oh my goodness, what have I started? And suddenly, you know, people want their dinner and the whole house is a train wreck. Right, I'm going to do the table. Same procedure. I'll just get my sandpaper ready. We're done with that. Right, I'll just give it a wee dust off. Around the corners. Now, if you're a DIY expert, you don't need to start commenting on how to, you know, you do it your way, I do it my way, and the main thing is I get it done. So I just need to get, what do you call it, a screwdriver to open this from the basement, so just hold on. Woohoo, we're ready to go. Here we are. See what it looks like? It looks quite weird, it's just a white colour. Right, I'm just going to take my brush. Here we go. And there's something very satisfying about getting your paintbrush out. Okay, I'll do the middle first. And I don't put on a lot because, you know, it's not meant to be sticky or anything. And just enough to brighten up a wee bit. There we are. Because we wipe the table down every day, you know, after we've had dinner, but we use mats, so it doesn't get that, never gets that messy. But this kitchen is, I think this kitchen is about 7 years old, and I think actually it looks pretty good. It's in pretty good shape, given that I'm not a DIY person, a do-it-yourself person. No, but it's like the baby steps, you know, where we're just keeping up with things, doing a wee bit at a time. We got more. I got a little spill down there, no problem. Remember, this is not a DIY channel, it's not a cooking channel. It's just to encourage you to do, you know, do something. There we go. Right, I think that's the table then. Let's see, I need to check in the different light. Yeah. Okay, didn't miss anything there. Right, now on to this one. I'll just get what's on the top of the lid. And I've got another chopping board down there, which is currently holding the banana cake that my DD15 made last night. If you follow me on Instagram, you'll know. You know what we had for dinner, and you will know what my outfit was for today. And listen, come and join us on Instagram if you haven't done that yet. It's really fantastic motivation. I mean, I love seeing what you are flinging, and that you've got your shoes on, and you know that you're all set for your day. Right, I'll just do the top sides here. There we go. That wasn't difficult. And it's not a fantastic job. As I say, please don't send me links onto how to varnish things properly. You know, we're not varnishing it here, we're just giving it a wee bit of oil. Right, but that will do me. And what I normally do with my brushes, because I'll do the other side of that later, and I might give the table another go, is I just take a plastic bag. Let me just grab one from underneath. There we are. I just put it in a plastic bag the next day. Please remember, if you are using any kind of oil, and if you're using a rag, you know, do like this and put it in a plastic bag and make sure there's no air getting to it. And also, I'm going to put this outside, because we did actually, I'd never seen it before, but where was it? We were doing something with oiling things outside, and we were using not this kind of oil, a heavier type of oil, and the rag did start smoking. You know, when we had it outside on the steps there, and suddenly the thing started smoking. So, you know, I didn't believe it until I saw it. Now I've seen it, I'm very, very careful. So this is going outside until I give it another coat. And I've also written down, oh yeah, before I'm heading into appointments now, but what I will do is before I leave is I'll fill up the coffee maker and the kettle and descale those, and that's basically me done for today. Anyway, I'll see you this week, of course. I might do another 15 minutes in here. I'll be decluttering in here, that I will be doing. So anyway, that's for me. Time for me to wash my hands and put this away so it doesn't look like a bomb has gone off. See you very soon. Live long and prosper. May the hook be with you and have a great Monday out there. Okay, see you soon.